I've seen it, 7, 8 years ago when I was still in the industry. A lot of guys say like, let's ask for as much as we can and settle in the middle, right? Like they're just throwing everything they can possibly throw. Pybos, like stuff that they're not even planning to do. They were just doubling, tripling claims, hoping, to add, I don't know, 50% to the claim. Is it still a game, or you feel like industry leveled and now we're more professional and more reasonable with insurance companies?
Well, I feel that it actually comes more from the contractor, wanting to inflate these bills. Remember that there's two ways that you can inflate it: either changing the price, altering the exactimate price and just manually put a different price.
Does it work?
That works only if you can prove it. If, let's say, you are charging for those shingles double the price, but it was because of this reason. There was no shingles. Look, this is the invoice I had to pay to the provider. So when you can provide proof, it gives some tool to negotiate. Hey, look, they had to travel with that crew from pretty far. The traveling doesn't fly that high. But on, let's say, during COVID, that we saw this roller coaster on pricings, that's how we were trying to help our customer. Hey, give me the proof. Show me how much you pay for that material or for that labor, that we can push it to the insurance. That's the only way it can fly. When you go and just change it, it doesn't fly very high, because remember, that insurance adjuster has that same exactimate. They're going to input that same item, same zip code, same date, and the price is going to be there. They can tell the price was manually changed. So if you don't have a reason to justify it, they are never going to prove it.
Got it. Can you name one item that roofers often ask, but nobody does? Like, I know what comes to my mind is superintendent hours. A lot of guys don't have no one on the job sites, but they bill insurance companies. And I actually have seen homeowners blasting their roofers saying, hey, we've seen that they charged my insurance company like supervised hours, and nobody was on the job site, right? Can you name one or two items like that?
Yeah, I will say overhead and profit. Everyone want to have it, right? Everyone wants to have that overhead and profit there. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. Insurance keeps saying that, the three, when you have the three trades, right? So that's kind of where.
What's your take on overhead and profit?
I believe it once you get those three trades, and actually I believe once you start hiring somebody else to do the job, at that point you can justify it. So,
how often do you get it?
Well, we get it pretty often. I would say we almost get it. The thing is that keep in mind that we are that unbiased party. So if we have that roofing company that didn't subcontract somebody else, doesn't have a subcontractor, and they want that overhead and profit, sometimes we tell them, hey, yeah, we're going to put it because you're the boss, but keep in mind that they might not approve it, right? Ultimately, we will do what our customer want. We recommend them to do it on a certain way. But yeah, if you want to charge $500,000 for 3 shingles, we probably will tell you that it's not a good idea. We end up doing what you want, but we know the insurance company is never going to approve that. So we also try to put that reality check on our customer whenever they have too high expectations. And we have personally realized that they appreciate that.
What do you say to critics who claim percentage-based fees encourage claim inflation? We have a lot of haters there of your industry who are saying charging flat fee or percentage on, inflates the whole claim. Because money has to come from somewhere. What's your answer to it?
I know it's pretty common on the adjusting front. The public adjusters do it all the time. They have this big percentage that they want there. But I will say ultimately it's more about the ethics, right? You need to have good ethics in order for you to know that they're going to cover something or not, right? So yeah, I will say it just boils down on the ethics. If you want to do the right thing,
what's your percentage? 5%, like on increase?
Actually, back in the day, I remember we had all this drama and I cannot tolerate drama, man. I'm a person that I like to live very peaceful.
Roofers likes drama. They do. They say they don't, but they do.
So the way we changed it after that drama.